When it comes to achieving our larger goals, our biggest obstacle can sometimes be the impetus to begin. Often it's the sheer size of these goals that does us in. But let's have ourselves a pocket sized pep talk because what we really need to do is to find a way to shift our focus. And I'll show you just how to do that.
A Pocket Sized Pep Talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
We all want to move forward and achieve our goals, but frequently we're blocked by our inability to begin. Try as we might, we just can't gain momentum. I'm not referring to physical momentum, something we see in a science experiment. Strike a cue ball, watch how the physical energy is transferred from one pool ball to another, and voila, there's physical momentum on display for your viewing pleasure. Nope. What I'm referring to is something I call emotional momentum. One team struggles for a bit and then finds some success. That team begins to believe in its success, and suddenly we're watching a team with emotional momentum. We may not be able to see the momentum, but we can feel it and see the positive outcome it brings. Let me give you another example. If you exercise, have you ever noticed it seems to take forever to get to the middle of your workout, but once you get to the middle, the second half seems to fly by? Although you spent the same amount of time in the first half of your workout as the second, that's not what the mind says. When I'm assisting clients in their goals to write a book, I recognize the hardest part of writing the book will be starting the book. You can't really start without research and an outline, but that's not what creates emotional momentum. Writing and actually churning out pages is what creates emotional momentum. I've worked with clients who will tell me they've spent 10 years working on a book, but rarely have they finished even 5 pages. In an attempt to create emotional momentum, I tell them this: you won't be editing as you write. You won't be reviewing what you write. You won't be analyzing what you write. You'll be following your outline, turning those words loose and writing. It's amazing to see someone who's never finished a page finish a chapter. And when they do, emotional momentum begins to surface. When one chapter becomes 2 chapters, that emotional momentum builds even more. When the writer gets to the halfway point, emotional momentum kicks in big time, and that writer can't be stopped. It's almost as exciting for me to watch it as it is for the writer to live it. So why can't we harness that emotional momentum in other things we do? One of the obstacles in our way is the lack of clear, measurable goals. When you have a specific workout or the desire to write a book, the goal is easy to measure. It's right there in front of you in the form of time or pages. But when you want to improve a skill or create a change in your life, a clear, measurable goal is often lacking. There's a relatively easy fix for this, and it's often as easy as breaking your larger goals into smaller, measurable tasks. Getting in shape is a big goal, but setting up a series of days and times to work out is a smaller task. Completing the smaller goal or task creates emotional momentum. Writing a book is a big goal, but outlining one chapter is a smaller task. The process of completing that smaller, less intimidating task creates emotional momentum, and it can be ridden like a wave to the finish line. What goals in your life have you been contemplating? What smaller, measurable task can you line up to create the emotional momentum you need to take those goals to your finish line? Oh, and why not start today?
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.